What's up, sitters? This is Tyler Ruff along with Joey Edge.
Sitters, what's good?
And Chris Martinez.
What's happening?
And we are front porch sitting back in studio.
Woo! Yes, sir. Feels good to be back.
Oh my God,
Yes,
I'm fired
sir.
up about that.
Yeah, boys. Took a little while to get us going tonight. We had a little technical difficulties, which is why you see both Joey and Chris on the same screen at the same time. But don't worry, sitters. I know you're worried. Me and Chris are still sitting on the same side of the table.
Yep.
That was a very creepy, hand into the frame.
Yeah, but we
It's
get
actually
it.
really weird. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
I don't like it.
I
I'm
don't like
gonna
it.
keep doing it because I can't. Okay. Boys, we're back.
So bike.
That's how you know we're back. Weird things are happening.
Yeah.
How have y'all been?
Been good, man. Been really good. ACC is not kicking Austin Lawrence. We are gutting through it for the sitters.
Soon. I got a guy who came out. He didn't understand the exact situation at that current moment, but he's coming back. He told me he will not let it beat him.
I see a ladder by the AC unit, and that's a step in the right direction.
That's how
Progress.
you know, though.
That's
'Cause
progress.
I'm not doing that.
Right,
I'm not doing
right,
that.
right.
That wasn't me. That
Man,
was somebody else.
I'm doing freaking great, man. I'm doing great. The boys in the chat, Travis Smith said, thought we were going for 9 Central this week. Honestly, we're just trying like an ode to Ireland. Florida State is playing in Ireland this weekend, and our boys are in the chat.
Dude, that's wild.
Are y'all on the flight to Ireland currently, or are y'all already there? Because I feel like you should already be there.
No, they're not. No, they're traveling today, so they're going to be on the flight.
I think the team was traveling today, right?
I don't know. That says, the comment says right there, flight to Ireland, FPS. So maybe he's not, like FPS is better than the flight to Ireland.
Right.
I see.
Yeah, but
I got you. I read it wrong 5 times.
Remember the alligator? The alligator's open.
Yeah.
That means greater than,
Yeah, for
alligator
sure.
closed.
less
Wait,
than.
yeah, whatever. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I know it, and I
We
still
are
get confused.
really, really on fire.
Yeah.
Just
You know what else
boarded
is fire?
What's fire?
Wi-Fi on that? Sorry.
JW Weaponry. They are the premier gun store in the South, and they're always loaded.
That's right.
Even when we're not live and in color, they're always loaded. Always there, always hanging out. Man,
For sure.
I'm actually, I don't know if I can say this. I'm going to the gun store tomorrow.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you be able to say that?
I can't say why. I'm going to see John. Hang out with John
Love
for
it.
a little bit.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to look around, see some guns. I've got my eye on a Walther. Walther.
Walther.
Very James Bond style gun.
Yeah?
But I'm pumped.
Is it a 22?
No, it's a 9.
9. Okay.
It's a 9. It's
I like
a 9.
it.
I like it. But hey, listen, if you want to go see John just like me, do it. But if you want to give him a call, see what he's got going on, if he's got any sales, if he's got the gun that you need in stock, which he probably does. Joey, what's the number they should call?
386-243-8587 is the wonderful number to the wonderful store of JW Weaponry.
Hey, listen,
Yo.
I caught the beginning and the end of last week's show.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the show, one of you, I forget which one it was, said, "Oh, he's definitely there."
That was
Yeah.
me. I said that.
I was not there.
I
I
knew
was
it.
not there.
I
I
just
went
didn't
back
feel your
15
presence.
minutes later, and I saw it was just me in the old, what's it called?
Riverside?
The old Riverside.
Yep.
And I was like, oh boy. So I ended it. So sorry about that, sirs. But we're back.
We are so back. Travis Smith said, glad Chris doesn't. Don't. glad Chris don't teach math
Travis
anymore.
doesn't teach English.
Yeah. I had the highest scores in my school. Thank you, sir.
Woo.
I did for real.
That's a clapback.
That's
Count
right.
the basket and one.
And 1, baby. Hey, sitters, do me a favor. Like it, subscribe it, tell a friend. We started a little bit later tonight. We appreciate you still being here. We're going to just jump into it, man. We have UF win shares, Florida State win shares, and we're going to do a little Florida State preview. Maybe even like a peek at fantasy football.
We do
I'm
have a
all the
full
way
show.
in on that.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a
full
full show.
Yeah, this will be a long one.
As you would expect, being we're back in the studio.
Football season back in studio. It's going to be a little bit more consistent now because we are going to be back in studio because
We're gonna
I'm
have-
telling you right now, the guy's fixing the AC.
AC, that's
I
right.
have full confidence in Mr. Jolly.
You know when you go through some crap and it just people say, man, it just broke me. I
Right.
feel like the Saturday that we live streamed, it just broke us.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it took so much out of all of us,
Yep.
man. That was whew, that was a lot. So to get us back together, it feels good, man. I can't lie, it feels good.
For sure.
All right,
Big Trav. I love Travis, man. He's good.
He's-
do
people.
we want to do shout outs? It's been a while.
I don't personally. I can find one. I
No,
can make
let's
one.
just rock and roll.
They got to be. It's got
Let's
to
roll.
mean something.
We
You know what I
started-
mean?
Are we starting with
Yeah.
the Florida State University or
Florida.
Florida?
I thought we were going
Gators?
Florida State, Florida, back to Florida State.
You were right. That's exactly what we said we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
There
You were
we
right,
go.
Tyler. You should let you produce. What am I doing?
Well, I really actually didn't know. I was genuinely asking. But let's go to Florida State.
Yes. Vegas has it at 9.5 most everywhere. Joey, is that accurate? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That was a softball for you.
I know. Sorry.
You swung and missed, though. You're in the comments.
Chad Hunter said I pulled a 1 of 13 autographed rookie Bijan Robinson card today, and he's super hyped. I'm actually pretty impressed by that.
Get that bad boy sent off the PSA.
Hey, we have a first-time listener in here right now.
Yeah, I saw that too. Russ going to lead us to the promised land.
Andrew Blumengarten.
I love
Big
it.
fan. Big fan.
All right. Florida State at Georgia Tech. The boys are actually headed there right now to Ireland, Dublin. Aer Lingus is putting it on. Really, really, really want to go to that. Just not something I could financially probably can't do it either, but time-wise just can't do it.
Picture of the boys on the flight.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. But anyways, Georgia Tech, we'll save the preview for this game, so I'm just gonna pick it. I think I got Florida State at like 0.65 to win this game. Are we keeping this? Who's keeping this? Are you keeping mine? Can you keep mine?
Yeah, I got you. 0.65.
0.65.
Okie dokie. I got Florida State at 0.60. So pretty close to what you have.
Do you want to tell me why you have it at 0.60, and then I'm gonna save mine? We can both save it.
We'll both save it. Yeah.
Moving on. Boston College in Tallahassee.
On a Monday.
On a Monday.
Not a Tuesday.
So you get one extra day there after that travel. 2 extra days, right?
2 extra days,
Two
yeah.
extra days.
Deserving. They need it.
They need it. I like Florida State 0.75.
I have him at 0.70.
I'm higher on them than you. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think the mobility of
Castellanos.
I was going to say Castellanos.
Castellanos.
I think he can give anybody problems on any certain day. So that's why I have it at 0.7, not more. Because I don't think the rest of that team's very good. I'll be honest.
As I go through my list, I'm pretty much, and I'm going to do the same with Florida. Can they block the front or not?
Yeah.
Like who can win in a line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
It'll really come down to being that simple for me the whole way through this. And it'll be my opinion, of course. All right, so Memphis comes to Tallahassee, a nooner, sleepy nooner. There's
That's
a bye
gonna be
week.
A hot game.
It's a hot one.
After a bye week.
It's a bye week though.
Yeah.
That's kind of important. Memphis can score. I don't think they can stop anyone. I don't think they can block Florida State up front. I think Florida State is better suited to block them up front. I'm going to go Florida State 0.75.
We're pretty identical so far. I got 0.70 for the same reasons. I think Memphis, skill position-wise, is good. And I think they'll be good throughout the year. Florida State's a different type of animal. 0.70.
Yes. Then Cal coming across the country. Literally.
Cal has to travel more than anybody because they go to Miami, too.
Yeah, they traveled the most.
That's silly talk.
Yeah. I'm going to go Florida State 0.80. Cal does have a very good running back, but I think Florida State can stop the run. So I feel comfortable. Florida State, 80% chance to win that football game.
I got it at 0.85, 85% chance. Same thing. We're right there at the same ballpark, and for the same exact reasons. I just think one team's better than the other. So.
Yep. You're not writing mine down? Can you write mine down? Can you keep mine?
My bad. I got them.
now.
Joey missed the rest of them. I'll let you.
I got them all. It's done deals.
Okay. Well, will you tell Tyler because his will add it up together?
Yep.
Once he's
Not
ready.
right now.
He's
Not
not ready.
Hold on.
All right. Moving on. Florida State goes to SMU. It's a pretty big one. Brett Lashley can coach. They are pretty good. I think they may have lost a couple offensive linemen in the portal. They weren't expecting to lose. But I still don't love this one. I'm going to go 0.65. 0.65 Florida State here. Traveling to SMU. I think it will be SMU's Super Bowl. It is in a little bit of a spot because Clemson is behind it. So you can put me at 0.60 too, but we'll keep it 0.65 for right now.
Can I hear the other ones?
All right, so 0.65, 0.75, 0.75, 0.80, 0.65 is the 5 so far.
I'm not getting a 9.5.
Man, he said those so fast. I was.
You got him right in front of him.
I trust in your intelligence.
That's
You
a
got
mistake. All right, tell me what you got.
Yeah, where you at?
So I have I can tell you my total. I already have mine. I'm on top of my game tonight, Tyler. mrolf@gmail.com.
Everybody note this day down. The one time Joey
Right.
is on his game, August 21st.
Happy birthday, Shane Edge.
Right on.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
he said August 21st. Triggered the memory. SMU, at SMU. Same, Chris, we're right on it tonight, and that's not good for somebody. I don't know who. I don't know if it's us. I don't
Florida
know if
State.
it's them. It ain't good for somebody. I got it at .60. I hear you about the Clemson game on deck, but I think the whole world will be clamoring for SMU at that point
Yeah.
and how great they are, Heisman quarterback, and blah, 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 blah. Same thing. Like I just think that Florida State's bigger and better up front.
I agree.
I think it'll be their Super Bowl, so I think they'll hang for a minute, and then Florida State will probably end up pulling it out late.
Yep.
So .60.
I'm with you there as well. Clemson, this is one of the first times I think you asked that question along the line of scrimmage. Who can they block them or can they not block them? I think this would be one of the times where they can block them. Can Florida State block Clemson's D-line is going to be the question. I'm going to go .50. True coin flip for me. Florida State had to win in overtime on a jump ball. They also had to have like a really major play by Kalen DeLoach to that sack fumble they housed. So they were pretty fortunate in that game. Got some good luck there, fumble luck, turnover, takeaway luck. So I'm going to go true coin flip, .50.
I just changed it, but I'm changing it back. Florida State's at home, no shot. I got it at .65. I got it at .65. I think, like you said, lines of scrimmage.
So Georgia Tech has a better chance to beat Florida State than Clemson.
1,000% yes. And it's not even like I don't have to think about it that much in my opinion.
Really? That's the Joey I know.
There's so many external factors.
Something about this room, this place just unlocks
There's so
the
many
crazy.
different external factors for Georgia Tech to win that game, like the travel, the turf, like certain things can go wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's things that can happen that are uncontrollable to either team.
Stop making so much sense. Just let
Clemson's
us make
going
fun of you.
to Florida State to play at their place. One team's better than the other, and they're going to the better team. Give me Florida State. .65.
You can't jinx this far in advance.
I'm not
just
trying
so
to
you-
jinx it.
just
I
so
hate
you know.
Clemson worse than I hate Florida State, and you know that.
True.
All right, what's
yeah,
next? What's
moving
next?
us on. Florida State is traveling to the tough game, night game at Duke.
Duke is scrappy.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
know
don't- I
how
don't really
y'all
mean
know
that.
how I
I
feel
just-
about Malik Murphy.
I had to say that for my brother-in-law, Michael Pope.
yeah,
He says that every single time.
yeah. They're scrappy. All right. They can't block Florida State. I'm gonna go Florida State .70 here.
We're still close.
Yeah, I'm reasonable.
I got it at .65. I do think y'all know how I feel about Malik Murphy. Everybody
Yep.
should know at this point how I feel about Malik Murphy. I think Malik Murphy is really, really good. I just don't think they have a whole lot to go along with it. I think they'll be scrappy, and pretty much every game they play. I think they'll be close. They'll be in the mix for a while. Better teams win usually.
Yeah. Before we pick this one, it's Florida State is going to Miami.
Tallahassee South,
Tallahassee, Doak South.
Doak South.
Yep, Doak South. Sitters in the chat, please tell us who wins that game, Florida State or Miami. I need to know your percentages. So go ahead and spam it in there. Tell us who wins the game, even if you don't care, take a guess. Florida State at Miami. I really love having them this late in the year, Joey. October 26th. It's going to go one of two ways. The wheels could have already fallen off for those guys there. People might start worrying about the draft right now.
Yep.
The other thing that could happen is they'll be riding high and have everything on the line, and I would love for Florida State to ruin that for them. So it's truly a win-win for me as a Seminole fan.
Either way,
Because they can be like on their high horse and be playing really good football with a chance to make the playoffs and win the ACC for the first time in 2 decades and potentially the last year of the ACC. So it would be so sweet for Florida State to cut them down there.
over 2 decades.
Yeah, it's over 2 decades.
Sorry.
They've literally been in the ACC for over 20 years and have nothing to show for it. It's like they never existed. 0.55, Joey. And I'm not even like, I actually mean that.
We're getting a little further away now. We're getting a little further
You hate
away.
Miami. Yeah, we'll get to Miami.
What did you say, Chris?
0.55.
Yeah, I got Miami I got Florida State at .65 over Miami.
Let's go to chat. I love the chat. I'm getting confidence from the chat, baby. What was your number again?
0.65.
Yeah,
0.65
cool.
because there is a slight chance
Yeah,
that Miami gets rolling.
yeah.
And they
accidentally-
do have athletes.
No, they're
I think Mario gets in the way of all this.
they're a very good roster.
Yeah, I do think that Mario is going to get in the way. And I don't think that Cam Ward is even as good as DJU. I don't think that. So, ultimately, I think Florida State's the better team. But if things start rolling, confidence can do some things to you. So
And
that's why it's only 0.65 for me and not more.
I would love for that to happen too, because that's also like a sweet, sweet victory.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to pull that out.
Yeah.
You hate Miami anyways, and you get to also ruin their season.
Everybody hates Miami.
Call me elated if that happens. Moving on, North Carolina is traveling to Tallahassee. Should be a beautiful weekend, November 2nd. The weather should be amazing. Environment, atmosphere should be amazing. Mac Brown's never beat Florida State, man. I'm going to go Florida State here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to point like 0.68 here. Really change it up.
Why are we doing that?
It's a little closer. A little closer to the...
Brother, I got to tell you, we are
3/100.
way too close. on
Oh,
all
what?
these.
0.70?
0.70 for me. I think North Carolina's just lost so much. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it from them.
Then the big one, baby.
This is a big one.
This is huge. Florida State's traveling to Notre Dame November 9th. It is a night game. Gonna be pretty chilly, baby.
Little chilly up there.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Me and my dad went. Bradford, we all went. We talk about it all the time. Every time this game comes up, we talk about it. It's probably one of my favorite trips I've ever taken in my life. It's really cool.
Besides your honeymoon.
Yeah, that was really great. As I said, Florida State at Notre Dame. My wedding is probably, I went to Lake Tahoe for my wedding.
I was
That's
just about to say
number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Florida State at Notre Dame. I don't know, man. I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted on this. I'm real conflicted, Joey. I'm gonna let you go first. I feel like I've gone first every time.
You have absolutely gone first
Sorry,
every time.
I apologize.
No, you're good. It's been a good flow, so I think it's great.
Driving the show.
I just think
Back to the
that
saddle.
I think Notre Dame's going to be really good.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of Marcus Freeman, what they got going on there.
He has not proven to be a great
I
game
was
day
just about to
coach.
say.
No, he has not.
I want to
But I
Marcus
like him.
Freeman so
That's me.
much.
Yeah.
Coach.
But he has like cristobal tendencies a little bit.
Not as bad.
Not as long. The record isn't as long,
Not
but
as long, yeah.
they're kind of bad. Ohio State haven't sit on the field for 2 straight plays. That's pretty freaking bad down there at the 3.
That's
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. But they were in that game.
Yeah, that's even worse.
That makes it even
Because
worse.
you have a chance to potentially. But anyways, I do like Marcus Freeman. They did hire their a new DC. I want to say it's Dave Denbrock, maybe. I'm gonna look it up. But go ahead, talk to me about the game.
Yeah, I got it at 0.25 for Florida State in
Yeah.
this one. The obviously the lowest odds that they have to win a game, in my opinion. I think it's the most challenging game on the schedule. I think it's the best team they have on the schedule. Combine all that with it being at Notre Dame at night. I don't think Florida State gets this one done. So I have it at 0.25.
Yeah, Denbrock is the OC. I apologize. Freeman obviously is the DC.
Yeah, I knew he was.
Yeah. Denbrock was the OC at LSU last year with Jaden Daniels, and now they have Riley Leonard, and so he's back. I think they'll be who they are, Joey. I think they're going to be physical. They'll be able to block the lines of scrimmage, which makes you nervous. I think Florida State secondary is a big is a good thing, like really, really good on the back end, and I think Notre Dame will mitigate some of that by going big. I think they'll have tight ends in the game and make Florida State put linebackers, which they're not linebacker rich, on the field, and take DBs off the field where they are DB rich. So I think the matchup isn't great.
Yeah.
I can't go all the way down to 25%, but I will go down to probably 0.4, 40% chance to win. Notre Dame is the favorite here. Riley Leonard is a good quarterback. The style of football Notre Dame plays offensively doesn't match up great for what Florida State is good at defensively.
I gotcha.
Notre Dame in a close one.
Yeah.
Then they get a bye week before they play the great team at Charleston Southern.
0.99, won't spend any time there.
1.0, won't spend any time there.
My dad said Bruno's baby, FSU, 60%. Best pizza I ever had in my life, and it's not even remotely close.
Bruno's? I can't wait. I want to go right now.
Oh my God, it's not. Listen, not close.
Just reminds me of how bad that barbecue pizza was. At Chris tried.
It was so bad.
Oh.
Y'all remember when we lied to everyone and said it was decent?
That
I was
the-
about to
It
choke.
was so. It was so.
That was the
dry.
worst. It was like the opposite of the yes. It was so bad.
Well,
Say
listen.
it. Say what is the opposite of.
The opposite of the Moe's.
Me and Tyler went to Moe's yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Listen, they made
They're
our
not even a
nachos.
sponsor.
They should be.
Yeah.
They may be soon. They made they made our nachos so good.
Bro,
Yeah.
they were pouring queso on, and it was going outside the bowl.
It's
I'm
insane.
not kidding. They had to clean it up.
Wow.
So, anyways,
yes.
our pizza that night was the anti
Moe's.
Moe's or Bruno's apparently.
Okay. I know this much, and then we'll move on. Pizza talk. When I opened the box, the top, and I seen the little glob,
Right. Just
Dude,
look
it was so sad.
the little glob
I was
of
so
pork,
sad. I was so
because
excited.
me and you hyped it up. It's our fault.
It's our fault.
and the top of the pork, you know, like beef jerky has like it kind of looks stringy, like almost like yarn
Yeah.
sometimes. The top of the pork had been cooked so much, it was like yarn coming up out of it. I was like, oh damn, live? We're gonna do this live. I'm about to take this bite right now on everyone to see. I did it, man. I gutted it out, literally. It was not kind to me later.
Things we do for the sitters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
because we definitely lied.
you know another thing that's gross?
What?
Florida. Florida's traveling to Tallahassee next, November 30th. I don't care about that notification. Do we
Oh, I
anticipate
saw
that
it.
to be a night game or no?
It
Probably
hasn't
not,
been.
right?
It hasn't. It was last year and the year before, wasn't it?
It's been quite a few times.
It probably
But last year
will
or
be.
2 years ago was that the Friday night Black Friday game?
Yeah,
When it was
2
the
years
only thing
ago.
on TV?
Yeah,
Trash.
awful.
Never do that again.
That game was
Please.
great though, wasn't
It
it?
was a great game.
It was
I-
a great game.
45,
nor-
48
That
or
was the
something.
Anthony Richardson game, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
me nor
Yes.
Chris would know because we didn't get to watch it.
I
I mean, we did
I
eventually.
caught a second half.
I was faithful.
Jerk.
We all know that I'm the most dedicated college football. Okay, keep going.
All right. So Florida. Yeah, maybe a night game, maybe not. What do you think? Where do you have it at? You
I
want me to
like
go first?
Florida. I like Florida State. I'll go first. I like Florida State. I don't necessarily love Florida State. It's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. And then I don't mean to be like facetious or be a smart butt, right? Sarcastic. But is Billy Napier coaching? That's a question mark.
Yeah,
Because if Vegas is right and his record is what Vegas says, then he's not coaching.
agreed.
And that means Graham Mertz is not playing.
Probably not.
And that means Lagway, who maybe has a higher upside, is playing.
Agreed.
Which then is a different animal. But I'm not to say Graham Mertz is terrible.
I don't agree with any of this so far.
Really.
I don't think.
I think
there's-
I think this is a plausible scenario.
I don't think
I do
there's
too.
any chance that Billy Napier's gone. None.
Dude, if they're 4 and what,
7,
8,
4 and 7. at
4
that
and
point.
7 rolling
It
into this game,
will not matter.
really,
I don't think it will matter.
he'll be coaching for his life, and we'll still see DJ
I
Lagway.
don't think it will matter.
If they're 4 and 8, we'll see DJ Lagway.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm gonna go just a tick up from a coin flip. I'm gonna go 0.51 Florida State.
I'm so. Oh, Chris.
I got it at a true coin flip 50-50. I think Florida is coaching, or I think Florida will be rolling by then. Like, not rolling because obviously that November schedule's tough, but
Right.
I think they're going to have a great first half of the year.
Okay.
And so I don't think that they'll be – I think they'll be playing for their playoff lives.
Okay. Playoff lives.
If they're 9-3.
You're not kidding.
No,
Sitters. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
My boy said he didn't say no freaking bowl game. Man,
It's the
shut
Heat.
your mouth on no freaking bowl game.
Not talking about
playoff,
a bowl game.
man.
Playoff.
Sitters, it's hot here.
I'm dehydrated. I need some water.
Oh my Jesus. Oh my God. Clip this. Where are we at on this?
Sitters, it's really hot.
Oh my
And
God.
I could also
think
see
the
those
Heat is
scenarios in
getting
the
to
chat.
Joey.
Billy could get fired after UCF. Truth.
I think the Heat's getting to Joey.
It's not. I'm good. I've been in the heat all day.
Clayton, bro, what is going on right now? Anyways, I love
That
it,
guy
man.
said that nachos at Moe's. I need to find God. He doesn't understand life. Clayton doesn't. He's too young to understand life at this point. B Hill knows.
B Hill.
B Hill knows.
Boy, B Hill, put your honest opinion in here. He is, man.
I was about to say.
Bro, my boy's a Gator, man.
Ask him.
Oh my Jesus.
Shut up, Trey.
If Billy Napier loses to UCF, I could see him getting fired. That's the only way.
That's the only way.
I think so. Yeah.
If you lose to Miami, UCF, and Florida State in the same year,
Hey man,
you don't get to Florida State.
if they lost to UCF, yeah. that's
Hey,
what
my boy Chuck Bell's in the chat talking about first ever comment playoffs. What is
Now,
he
why
talking? Chuck,
is
what's he
this?
talking about?
Why
dude?
is this Chuck's first comment? I know Chuck listens. We've discussed this
Bro,
before.
I don't care. Chuck is right. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Woo, boy.
I said what I said.
My boy, he ain't got a drink in front of him.
Not
Nothing.
today. Nothing.
Not even a water.
I couldn't even find
This
anything.
used to be a serious show
It's so unserious.
with serious sports takes.
Holy Jesus.
There's
My
scenarios.
dad told my Joey after that, I need a shot.
There's scenarios
Me too, Pops.
that
My
could
boy's
play
talking-
out.
My boy's talking.
There's scenarios that could play
My
out.
boy's
Him
talking
being
about 90.
fired after week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is a real scenario.
Okay.
What's more likely? What's
yes,
more likely?
That.
9-3 in the playoffs, or Billy Napier getting fired?
Yeah, what is it? What?
Coin flip. I think the roster, seriously, I promise. I think the roster is good enough to go 9-3. I don't
I
know
don't think the offensive line is.
I don't know that Billy's good enough
Not
to
against
get
your-
him to 9-3.
Not against your schedule. Ooh. All right. Well, that's incredible. Where do I have my Seminoles, Tyler, on the win total?
You have them at 7.93.
Right where I want them, baby. Sneaking up on everybody. I would bet the under.
7.85 is what I have him at.
I thought it said something different. Oh no,
This is
that was
something
different. That was different. Okay,
Different.
785,
7.85.
and I'm 793.
Yeah, so we're right there together.
It's the Notre Dame game is the biggest difference.
True, it really was.
That's
Point,
a-
0.15 different for me and you.
Yeah, that's the difference in that.
I
Well,
mean, you lowballed a little bit of them too, but
I mean, a
Georgia
little
Tech,
bit,
Clemson, but yeah.
a little bit, but not. But I kind of meant what I said for most of them. I didn't
most,
do
yeah.
I didn't do the what I normally do. That'll be in the actual season. We'll do that.
right.
No, I think Florida State has to be able to run the football. I think they should be able to stop the run and be able to run the football. I think that's a good recipe to control the football game. They gotta. If I played Florida State defensively, I would load up and make DJU beat me.
1,000%.
I would load up. You're not gonna. I may give you every one-on-one that you ever want in the perimeter, but I am not gonna let you just run it down my throat and control the game.
Yep,
And let
100%.
DJU be a game manager, which I think he can do, and take shots when he needs to.
1,000%
I would
agree.
load the box, make him beat me. I think teams like Notre Dame and Clemson and Miami had the personnel to do that, and so I think those can be slippery. That's where I'm at. So, but anyways, let's shift gears. Before we do that, what
Hey.
must we do?
We need to talk about Brian Sports.
Let's
You
do
know
it.
who would love your 9-3 take?
Tell me.
I think Brian would.
Brian definitely would.
He's an optimistic Gator fan, I think.
Oh yeah, he is.
Relatively.
Oh, he is.
I
Come
talked to him Tuesday night.
What
Last night.
what old Brian have to say?
He's an optimistic Gator fan, but not probably not 9-3 optimistic.
That's
'cause he has a
delirious.
brain.
That's called delirious. That's no longer optimistic.
We'll see.
Man, I can't wait to do this win share. Oh my god, this is gonna be the most entertaining win share that we've ever done.
It'll be top one.
Top one.
Top
yeah.
one.
It'll be top 2 and it won't be 2. All right.
One of one.
Yeah, so Brian's, man, what a guy.
Agreed.
Sports community has everything you need, good prices, great environment. I just don't know. There's you know how there's always that one thing that you can find, no matter how good something is.
Yep.
There's not one thing at Brian that you can find.
Bad? Not one bad
thing
thing?
bad.
No,
Yes.
agree.
Everything is good about Brian's. Go see Brian. Support him. Support the community, because that's what Brian's doing. When you give your money to Brian and you support him and you buy the products from Brian's, listen, that money is helping him and his family, but it's also going right back into the community.
It's a fact.
So Joey,
Yep.
they need to call Brian. What's the number?
755-0570. 386-755-0570 is the number to Brian Sports. Mention Front Porch Sitting. Get 10% off. Also, we need to do something with these hats. We have hats.
I
Where-
need
where
one.
are they? I need one.
don't-
I
I'm
gave
sitting
you
here
one.
wearing a headband.
Bro, I
I
noticed
gave you one.
on my life. You
Maybe
did. You
I
gave
brought 'em out
JT
here.
You gave JT Clark one.
I brought him out here.
Chris didn't
Shut-
ever get no
whoa,
helmet.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh my God, JT sent me a picture of him in my hat.
It was your hat because I took it straight from
Chris.
that part.
This is real talk.
On my life.
It's right inside, right here. Right in my house, like right by the back door right there. That's where they are.
All right.
Sitters.
We need to figure that out. We'll figure something out with that. We need to do a duck race, to be honest, and we haven't done one of them in a while.
Lord have mercy. All right.
Florida.
Florida wind shears.
Yeah, Florida win shares.
Clayton is definitely getting a hat.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. What
if he
Joey-
comes
what
on the
Joey say?
podcast.
What Trey say?
He said, need you guys in the chat to send Joey or Chris $10 to help sponsor some seniors this year for some senior expenses. We have great kids that need help to have the full senior experience.
I love that idea. I think let's set it up.
I'm in.
We'll set it up. Not tonight. We'll do it next week.
Sure.
We can figure something out by next week. We
Sure.
got you. Go Tigers.
Clayton, you come on the show to talk NFL before the NFL season. You
Hey,
get to
Clayton mentioned Bo Nix.
deal.
We're going to have a Bo Nix segment. We can do that for Clayton.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Cool enough.
He sucks. All right, here we go.
Miami, Florida travels to the Swamp.
Yep.
August 31st,
3:30.
3:30.
7 million degrees.
Man,
Unless
when
it's today. Today it was not 7 million degrees.
I felt so good today.
So good.
When I tell you I cannot wait for that game, I don't know how to say that. I don't know. There are not words to put into me how excited I am for that football game. I wish y'all played every year.
Me too.
It really stinks that we don't.
At least every 2. It doesn't need to be every 4.
Yeah, I
Let's
agree.
play every other year.
Give me every year. I'm fine with that.
You go first because that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was heavier than that.
Nah. I got Florida 0.65. I think Florida's D line is going to be better than people think. I think the linebacker room is going to be better than people think, and I think the
0.65, you said.
0.65. I think the production in the secondary will be a lot better just because of more experience. May
All
not
right.
be more experience in this system, but this system was a little bit broken until recently.
I'm going to say one name.
Mhm.
Ruben Bain. Who's blocking him?
Probably a multitude of people.
I think you're gonna have to chip. I think you're gonna have to do some things. I'm not gonna say slide protection, but you're gonna have to do some things. He's an absolute monster. I don't think Florida State can block him. I don't think Florida State can block him. I don't know if anyone can block him. And here's the only hope Florida State has, that he gets wore down late in the year. He will not be wore down week 1. That's an issue. That's one person. I know that's one person, but
It is one person.
but Miami is going to be good, and this is when you, in my opinion, this is when you don't want Miami. I don't think you want them first. I think they're still bought in. I don't think you want them there. I'm gonna go point Miami, so I guess 0.45 Florida's favor. 0.45. I think it's just under a coin flip. I think Florida can win the football game if I have it at 0.45. But
Right.
I'm gonna go 0.45. I think Miami has a slight edge here, just on the roster, Joey. Just on the roster.
Yeah, I
Coaching, I'm not sure.
got to be honest. I don't agree with that at all.
Really.
Not
You
at-
think and I know you don't. So let's talk about it. I'm not going to debate you.
Yeah,
This is
no.
your
I mean,
team,
we
it's
can
your
debate a
floor.
little bit, but so like position for position, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I think Florida's quarterback is better. I think the running back room is better, and I think the receiver room is better. I know their tight end room is better.
Receiver room, I would not agree with.
Restrepo? Who else?
Restrepo, they have. You'll know their names soon, and I don't know their names, but they have
The same guys that were there last year.
No,
that
they
weren't
have
very good.
deep speed. They have deep speed there. I don't know that Graham Mertz is better than Cam Ward. And you know I'm not a fan of Cam Ward.
So I went back and watched Cam Ward games. Everybody talks about Graham Mertz, check down. Cam Ward, check down. The only time Cam Ward throws the ball down the field is when he gets outside of the pocket. Have fun. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I don't think it's going to be
Think out
that
of
easy
the
at
pocket?
Miami. Just in general, I don't think it's going to be that easy at Miami. I think the ACC is better than the Big 12. I think Florida's better
than Big 12. Yes.
I think
yes.
Florida's better. Or I'm sorry, the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I think
definitely Pac-12.
yeah. Even last year,
The defensive lines in the ACC
are better than the defensive lines.
and a lot of
in
the
the Pac-12.
conferences minus SEC.
And probably
And
the Big
the
Ten.
Big Ten.
They're, I think they're all
The
comparable.
top half of the Big Ten.
Yeah, they're all comparable.
Yeah.
So I just don't think it'll be as easy for him to get outside of the pocket. I think that he's going to have to live in the pocket, and if you make him live in the pocket, he's prone to turn the ball over.
He definitely fumbles a lot.
He doesn't throw great balls from inside the pocket either. I'm telling you, I watched multiple Washington State games. I went back and watched them because I wanted to see, because everybody talks about how great he is. Yards per attempt, like 7.7. All right, cool.
That's north of average.
Graham Mertz is 8.3.
That's also north of average.
So, like, you can be a check down guy and still get yards because you dump the ball to Trey Wilson. He's pretty good. But I don't think that Cam Ward is going to be all that great. I just don't.
Offensive line, we give the edge to Miami.
Probably.
Yeah, I think you have to. At this
Yeah,
point.
I think so too.
Running back room, I think he probably has to do that. I think but they did just sign one of the best backs out of the portal. Miami did. I can't think of the kid's name. I think it was from Oregon State. I think it was over like a 1,500-yard rusher. He's really, really good. I can't think of his name. Depth, Florida for sure. But I don't know.
Back, yeah, running back.
At
They
running
may
back.
have the better.
They have the better running back.
Especially if Montreal doesn't play. If Montreal doesn't play, I want to switch that
Okay.
because it's just Montreal is
What's the deal with Montreal?
He's week to week.
yeah.
He's got a knee, right? It's meniscus.
But yeah, well, they said cleanup, but yeah, that's probably what it was.
You better hope it was a cleanup.
It was definitely a cleanup because I mean he's there, he's around, he's not limping.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They may not rush him back though.
I think he'll be back, but if he's not, then the running back room edge goes to Miami.
Okay. D line,
Miami.
linebacker. I'm gonna say Miami.
I'm gonna go even.
You have to. You're a Gator fan. I'm okay with that. As an unbiased person, I'm going Miami. If you told me, Martinez, you get to coach Miami's linebackers or Florida's linebackers, give me Miami's.
Here's why I say Florida has a chance. Shamar James, I think, is good.
Yes, sir. I think he's very good. He hasn't put it on tape yet.
No,
At the college level.
right. I think he's getting there. Everybody says he's going to be good this year. Pup Howard has been really good at practice.
That's the boy from South Carolina.
Yeah. And Jaden Robinson has been.
Oh, baby, I love him.
I was told today he's LB3 right now.
If you told me he was 2, I feel better about it. Columbia kids don't bust. Ain't that what the boy said?
Columbia kids don't bust. That's what they say.
I love Jaden Robinson. I don't want to get bogged down too much in this
Yeah.
one game.
Let's get off of Miami.
I did my pick, 0.45.
Yeah, you did it.
That's
So-
a fun game. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Next game is Sanford. Anything? They've played close.
1.0.
Yeah, 1.0 for me.
Sorry.
I just want to.
I don't do a perfect game for anyone but Florida. Because there's no
Yeah.
chance they could lose that game. There's no chance they could lose that game.
Listen,
I hate you, Chris.
they got close several years back to losing that game,
Yes, they did.
and
Yeah.
they ended up still winning by like 28 or something. So
A&M travels to Gainesville.
yeah,
3:30 kick again.
well-coached football team,
A&M?
probably.
Absolutely.
I don't know for sure of that yet, but my guess is they'll be a well-coached football team. I like Elko.
Elko is the guy.
Elko's going to be good.
They'll play fast and physical on defense. I'm gonna go. I went first on Sanford, Joey. So you go first.
I got 0.60 for Florida. I think that's a scary game. I think most of these games are scary, but
How
I
many
do
of these games are like coin flips? I feel like that's a coin
almost
flip
all
game.
of them.
Yeah, that's a
Like when you hear my numbers, you're gonna be like, oh, 9-3. Oh, but you have them at all coin flips, and they're not favorites in 3 of them.
The
So,
variance is big, right?
right.
Yeah. I can't go like true coin flip. I think it's like 0.45.
I bet Florida's favored in that game.
You think Florida will be favored in that?
Yeah.
Are there odds?
If we beat Miami, they will be.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
If we don't beat Miami, they won't be.
Yeah, Florida's 2-0. Let me change mine to true coin flip, 0.50. I can't be wrong.
Valid point. Then they go to Mississippi State.
Cowbell, baby.
Cowbell. Need more cowbell.
I gotta go first.
Yeah, go first.
0.70 Florida.
Yeah, I got 0.65 Florida.
Mississippi State's not very good.
I really don't think they're very good either, but the cowbell is something.
I am so intrigued for this one. There's a bye week here, but
I think that helps.
that more than helps. The Golden Knights travel to Gainesville on October 5th. UCF. That's major, man. This is if you're a Florida.
Wild. This
if-
is a major game.
Well, I don't know, man. UCF has been but you're right. You think 2
It
years
is.
ago. But if you're a Florida ticket holder, and my boy Brian Hill is. These are amazing games you get at home. You get Florida, or you get Miami at home. You get A&M at home. You get UCF at home. You get Kentucky. You get LSU.
Ole Miss.
Like, whew, boy.
Fun
Is it-
season.
This
I was in the swamp the last time Ole Miss came to town. That was a fun game.
this is
Greer?
major.
I was there.
Yeah, Will Greer.
That blowout game. Ole Miss was second in the country at the time.
They were top 10 for sure. I think they were 7.
No, they were higher.
They were higher than that.
Yeah, they were higher.
B. Hill saved me. The running back's last name is Martinez.
I saw. Yeah, I meant to say that earlier.
Yeah. That's at Miami. Sorry. He's a good player. UCF at Florida, Joey. I went first, Mississippi State, so you can go first here.
Yeah. Home game after a bye week. I personally think Florida's got a good chance to be 4-0 right now. So it can be UCF Super Bowl, but I think Florida wins 0.60. I don't think it's an easy. I don't think they can't push them around. I don't think they can bully them. I just think that they're gonna have to play.
All right, so the week prior, Florida is on a bye. For UCF, they play Colorado.
Right.
Major game for them. High energy, all eyes on you type of thing.
I think the bigger game is I think they play TCU before somewhere in there before that at TCU, right?
Yeah, at TCU, then Colorado comes to them, but there's a bye in between those, so I don't think they shouldn't have too much going on there.
No, but if they lose to TCU, that Colorado game becomes massive.
Yeah.
And then that's when, yeah, I like Florida.
I'm going to go 0.55 for Florida here. I think they have a more than 50% chance to win that game. You were at what, Joey?
I'm at 0.60.
So I'm close.
Brian Hill said KJ Jefferson is all right. Rest of roster is trash. Yeah, I somewhat agree with that.
They have Florida speed.
That's what I was just about to say. They have Florida kids that probably were overlooked.
100% they were.
And probably should have gotten offers from certain schools that didn't give it to them. Florida State, Miami.
Yeah.
So I'm sure those kids will be ready to go.
They addressed some needs in the portal too.
Yeah.
Especially on defense, which they desperately needed to do.
Yeah. And Malzahn can coach football, man. He knows what he's doing. KJ Jefferson's beaten Florida before at Arkansas. I don't think that roster was worse than UCF's.
I just think it's a shootout. I think Florida has to score with UCF. UCF on defense is they're going to leave a little bit left to be desired.
I think I'll buy that story.
They got to score.
Relatively high scoring game for sure.
Yeah. I would take the over in that game. Way too early line.
That's a game that I can't watch. I'm going to watch it. But it's like, oh, gosh, I can't see it.
Because every bad thing is like Florida. It's kind of not a lose-lose, but kind of a lose-lose. Like you're supposed to win the game.
I've been saying this for years.
Tyler has been on that train for years. I think
with Malzahn going there, it's changed.
It has changed.
The perspective has changed.
The game, the way UCF is perceived is definitely different.
100%.
They're not claiming national championships anymore. They're not being weird. They're a respectable program.
Yep. All right, Florida, Rocky Top, at Tennessee, Nico at quarterback.
Are we gonna get Rocky topped?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be kind of ugly. I'm gonna say 0.30 here, Joey.
I got 0.35.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know your numbers tonight.
Yeah. No, I think that I think Tennessee's in such a better place now than they were a year ago.
Yes.
I don't understand. Like, I'll never understand a coach purposely playing a guy that's not as good as the guy in front of him. I feel like Dan Mullen did that with Franks and Trask. I feel like he then did it with Emory and Anthony Richardson. And I felt like Heupel did that last year with Milton and Nico. Like,
yep.
Milton was what he was.
You throw it vertical now.
I don't understand how he does it. I don't know why he's so good in practice and it does not translate to games. But he's got the same thing going on with the Patriots right now. Everybody talks about how great he looks every single practice. He might unseat Drake May as the starting quarterback. Like, weird stuff. I've seen it.
Until there's a game.
I saw it at Michigan. I saw it at Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't need to see it anymore. I'm good. So, yeah, no, I think Tennessee's in a good spot. And I hate that. Because
they play real physical defense, too.
They played they probably have the number 1 overall pick in the draft on their defensive line.
Yeah, number 21. What's his name? Barton?
Yep.
Wharton? Whatever his name is.
So, yeah.
Freak.
0.35. Florida at Tennessee.
All right, moving on. We have Kentucky coming to the Swamp.
Yes.
I went first last time, so you can go first.
That's false. It is true.
I did just go.
It is true. I just didn't want to go first. I got it at 0.65. I got Florida winning 0.65.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're off on that.
I think the last few years have kind of gotten to Florida, and I think they're going to need a bounce back. I think they'll know they need a bounce back. I don't think Kentucky's roster is great, although it's not bad. Mark Stoops does a good job of getting those guys ready to play too. But
Stoops is a really underrated coach. Very underrated coach.
No Ray Davis, thank God.
Yeah. They are coming off of what notable quarterback just went there?
They got one.
Vandegrift.
Yep, Brock Vandegrift, yep. Probably better than Carson Beck.
Difference in the game. I'm going to say Florida I'm gonna say 0.45. So close to a coin flip again. But I'm just gonna like edge on the opposite
On the
side.
Kentucky
of that.
side.
Yeah, I think Vandegrift is a really good quarterback. I think, and they got the linebacker from Georgia as well.
They got a few pieces.
Yeah, they added him. The linebacker from Georgia, his name is escaping me. He was a good player. He got passed at Georgia, but I know Florida State went all in on him and was not able to get him. And then the boys have a bye week, Joey.
Yep.
And they go to Georgia.
Yep.
Well, neutral site, Jacksonville
Right.
against Georgia.
Yep.
I have to go now?
Yep.
0.20.
Same. Next. I don't have anything to say.
I'm surprised it's that high, to be honest with you.
It's a rivalry game.
Florida has athletes.
I think you ask
Quarterback's
yourself.
not great.
You ask yourself a question. Is the Heisman favorite right now, which is insane.
It is insane.
You ask yourself the question right now: can they block them?
No.
End of story. It's over, in my opinion.
Lose the trench, you lose the game.
Yep. Whew. I'm glad I got to go first on that one. Moving on. Going to no bias. So this is where it gets really spooky for Florida. This is where you gotta get your wins early, in my opinion, because of this stretch right here. We just talked about Georgia. Now you go to Texas. Right after Georgia.
Probably going to play number 1 in the nation and maybe number 2 in the nation back to back. It's possible.
There's a good chance.
It's possible.
I think they play each other before that, maybe.
They do.
So you won't
I
be
don't
1
know
and
that
2.
But Oregon plays Ohio State. Like, there's a lot of teams that could be beat, and that
There's at least a chance.
there's definitely a
You're
chance.
playing a top 5 team in the country back to back.
That's fact. I don't think there's any. There's scenarios. I guess they could both lose to somebody.
I think they may not be ranked the 5th best, but they're gonna be. Those are the top. There are only 2 top 5 football teams at that point of the year.
How about that?
Go to this game so bad.
I want to too.
Yeah, this is insane. I tried to take Kelsey to Georgia goes to Austin, Texas. No. Financially not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
There's an F1 race the same weekend, though. Formula One race in Austin, Texas, the same weekend that Georgia goes to Austin, Texas. So you can't stay an hour away from Austin for less than $600-700 a night at like a Holiday Inn.
No.
Holiday Inn, now you're catching strays.
Sorry, not $700 a night. All right, Florida at Texas, Joey.
Yeah.
You're up. What do you got?
Same. 0.20.
Yeah, I don't think you can block them. I'm gonna say 0.20. Actually, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll say 0.20 to be kind.
Same. That's why I did it. To be kind.
You could have talked me into 0.10 on both of those two.
Same. LSU comes to the swamp after that.
No
Yeah.
bye. Back
bye.
to back to back.
Back to back to back. UGA at Texas. LSU coming to the swamp. I don't know for sure that LSU is going to be special at this point in the year. I think there's a chance that they're reeling a little bit. I'm not a believer in their quarterback personally. I know some people are.
I am.
Who's their quarterback?
Damn. No,
Gus Nussmeier.
Nussmeier is my one.
Garrett Nussmeier. I'm just not a fan personally.
He almost beat out Jaden Daniels for what it's worth in the fall camp prior to.
And then Jade Daniels won the Heisman.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He did not beat him out, so I don't know what that's worth. But
I don't know. I saw some folks on the old it was Twitter at that time that said that was definitely smoke and mirrors. I think that was not real. That was never a competition. They're LSU fans.
So
They
what do you
have
have?
I read on the other side it wasn't, but that's fine.
So what do you have in it?
I have Florida at 0.55.
Here's one thing that I think plays into Florida's hand. The week prior, LSU plays Alabama.
I know we play Texas.
Yeah, so they don't. There's no like I'm saying.
Yeah, but we're at home in this one, so I think
Yeah.
LSU's at home against Alabama, really high.
I just think I think they're not like getting a Vanderbilt before they play Florida, so their focus is all on Alabama that week. So they don't get it isn't like they get 2 weeks to get ready. I'm gonna go 0.45 again here.
A lot of coin flips.
I think that's going to be a game that Florida knows that they really, really, really have to win down that stretch.
Yes.
Same with the next one. You have to beat Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, no bye. Right after Ole Miss travels to Florida.
Dude, that is crazy.
No, it's insane. It's an insane stretch. I don't know what Ole Miss will be here though.
Is this the hardest record in the history of college football?
Hard
Schedule?
schedule?
Schedule, sorry, yes.
People have said it is.
I hate doing like history of college football because you're gonna miss somebody.
I just gonna do a quick little aside here. This is why I just don't think Napier's gonna get fired.
I think everything leading up to this stretch matters more than this stretch.
See,
Yes. Because if they go 2-10,
He don't go.
sayonara. So if they lose a couple of those games early, and
Like
then
realistically, this is realistic. Like again, we talked about scenarios earlier. There's a scenario where they go 9-3. That's the absolute ceiling. That's you're jumping on top of the roof, playing up here on the ceiling. That's
I
you see.
understand what you're saying. Yes.
There's also a scenario where at this point in the year, going to Ole Miss coming to Florida, that they are 1-10.
Whatever.
1-10. That's a
have
scenario
a
that is
job.
realistic.
he doesn't have a job.
That's a scenario that is
He
realistic.
doesn't have
agree.
a job if he's 1-10.
I don't think that scenario happens,
Right.
but it is a scenario that is a realistic scenario where the only we've talked. I mean, you see my win total, like the shares here. The only win is Sanford.
Yeah, the only guarantee.
Samford, not San. I don't know.
Sanford.
I just didn't
Sam.
finish the M.
It's okay.
Samford. That's the only win. And everything else is, we should win this one. Hopefully they win that one. If they win this one, then this probably happens. It's a lot of hopes.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
A lot of stuff. They're the most ceiling to floor team there is in college football right now.
My dad said before that, I say the Gators upset Georgia.
I saw him say that.
And Brian Hill said black unis and homecoming for LSU. That is going to be sick. Blaze Neely said, I think it's hard to be sure. It's the hardest ever. But definitely. Definitely a tough schedule. Trey Osler said 1-10, they burn the city.
I don't think I disagree.
At what
Oh,
point,
my
I
God.
think everybody's fired.
At what
Yeah.
point does DJ start getting a few design plays?
Miami.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How many snaps does he get against Miami?
6.
I was going to say
I was
5.
gonna say 5.
If the 5 are good, it might go to 10 real fast.
So here's another
yeah.
realistic scenario. DJ Lagway takes over at Tennessee, probably Kentucky,
Kentucky would be.
if they lose to Miami and UCF.
Y'all burning
I
that
don't
kid
think
right
so.
there, baby.
I don't think so.
You don't want to break him, though.
Yeah, so I think Graham Mertz has got this for the entire season.
I don't think that we lose to Miami and UCF, so I agree.
Oh
But
my lord! All right, what's your pick for
Ole Miss?
Yes.
0.60 for me. I only because Ole Miss, and that could go to 0.30 real fast.
Right.
Like I think at
That's
that
the
point
hard
Ole Miss
part.
will be, because I don't know.
They're a team of mercenaries. They hit the portal harder than anyone
I don't know
else.
that Lane can keep everything together. He's a little bit of a psychopath himself.
Especially November 23rd.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
If
Now,
that
if
was
things
if that
are
was
rolling-
September 23rd, I like Ole Miss a heck of a lot more.
agreed. 1000% agree.
But
and
I can't-
like Ole Miss a lot more if things are rolling then, because if they're still number 6 in the country,
Yeah.
they beat Florida by 25.
But I can't predict that, so I'm gonna go like 0.45.
Yeah, you got a lot of 0.45s.
Yeah, it's just under a coin flip. I don't think Florida's just a trash program. I don't think they're a trash team. But I do think they have some really tough games that they're gonna have to go win. That's the biggest thing, Joey. I think that's the biggest difference is they have to go win these games. They cannot just I don't think the team that they're playing is going to lose the game.
Right.
They have to, and there's a difference. People that play sports and have watched it long enough, you guys know it. They have to go win. You have to go make the winning play, right? They're going to have to do that in, God almighty, 11 of these games. They could coast on Sanford, and I'm not trying to jinx it, but they could, bro.
Well, they can coast. They still got to play a little bit.
Yeah, but
They can't put it in
turn the ball
neutral. They
over.
can't put it in neutral and let it coast down the hill
No, but
because it's going to be like this at that point.
They could get in beer gear and just let that thing roll for a little bit.
Problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 0.45 for me. What did I say? 4.0 or 4.5?
4.5.
Florida State coming to Tallahassee.
We already know that you have it at a 0.49 and I have it at a 0.50.
Yeah. So there it is.
I don't think we need to talk about that one.
We
right
don't.
now.
We don't.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay, good.
It's an
Good,
hour
good,
of
good,
win
good,
shares.
good. It was an hour of win shares, which I love. I'm good with it.
It's our squads, though, bro.
It is. So we did spend a little bit more time on them. We know a little bit more about them than we do about Clemson and
Fair.
Ohio State
Touche.
and Alabama.
That's what you have there, Chris.
What's that?
5.74.
That's
So
over.
I'm
That's
like-
over 4.5.
I'm well on the over. Wow, that's insane.
What's up next? Florida State preview. Georgia Tech
Florida State, Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Game this Saturday, Chris.
I'm so fired up, man.
Baby.
I mean, I'm so fired up.
Are you watching it at your house?
I am. But I have, and I'm not going to tell you what the requirement is to be able to watch it at my house. You'll probably fall into that mold. But there is a requirement to be able to watch it at my house.
I won't be there. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna be.
You
there.
won't be there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't be there. You gotta
Wow.
have, you gotta have 100 on Florida State. Or you can't be in my backyard. 100 or more.
I love that.
Yep. No.
No, listen, I'm just not doing it. We're
Won't
not-
be there for sure
We're
now.
not doing it. You like Georgia Tech that much?
No. I'm just not betting $100 on it.
No, I wouldn't. I would make an
No.
exception for you.
I'll tell you what I like.
No, my
whenever we
dad
get
is
to it.
coming though. My dad's coming to hang out. I'm gonna be on the grill cooking just something crazy, a little bit light, hamburgers, sausage, nothing crazy. But no, man, I'm fired up. Football's here. Like
Dude,
it's here.
it's
It's here. I think what I've kind of talked about, like the line of scrimmage is key. They've got to be able to block Georgia Tech. I think they're going to try and run the ball. I like the under in this game.
Same.
I think it's basically like the equivalent of two teams that are playing like choose the clock. They're going to both teams want to establish the run and run the ball. Georgia Tech will run the ball with Haynes King.
Yeah.
He had 800 yards rushing last year. They had a 1,000-yard back. So they're going to run the football,
Yep.
and they'll be creative doing it. They're committed to running the quarterback. They're committed to running the ball. Brent Key, I actually hung out with that guy when he was at UCF. We used to go to camp there. He was cool. He took his coaches out, and we actually got to chop it up with him. He was a really cool dude. At the time, he was just the O-line coach, and now he's the head coach at Georgia Tech. But he's an O-line coach at heart. They want to run the football, and they're coached well. They run the ball. Florida State has to be able to stop the run. I think they can. They're going to have to do it. They're not. Georgia Tech's not going to lay down. Georgia Tech plays hard. I just think the game plan for Florida State, Joey, if you have any questions, chat. If you have any questions, throw them out there. I'd love to answer them so I don't ramble. But I think the game plan for Florida State when they have the ball is to control chains, stay ahead of the chains, and then take shot plays. So get in advantageous situations and then stretch the ball vertically down the field. I think they'll also test the perimeter because if it were me and I was Georgia Tech, Joey, I would load the box. And I'd say, I'd be damned if you're going to run the ball at us. You're not running a counter. You're not running power. We're going to take that away. We're going to be +1 in the box. But when you do that, you give something up as well. And I think Florida State has enough guys to have like real true track speed, and they can really test that perimeter, and then they can get up out of there pretty fast. So it's intriguing to see how the game plays out.
Yeah, I agree with that. Blake said FSU rushes for 250 plus.
Blaze?
Huh?
You said Blake?
Blaze.
Oh, I thought you said Blake.
Nah, Blaze. Stack the box and make GT throw it. 15 interceptions last year. Make him throw it.
Haynes King is, I mean, he's a good player, but he is turnover prone.
He's an athlete playing quarterback.
Correct.
That's what he is. I don't think he's a great quarterback.
And I
really
love
don't.
Florida State on the back end. I love Florida State on the back end. So force it.
Here-
Single them boys up.
Here's what I like about Georgia Tech. They're experienced in the system. They
Okay.
return dang near everything on offense. You talked about a 1,000-yard back and 800-yard quarterback.
It's a lot of production.
They return both of those. Offensive line still intact. Receivers, all three of their highest yardage receivers. I think I'm almost positive are coming back.
Couldn't tell you.
I know the top two are. I think there's a lot to like about Georgia Tech because of their experience on offense.
Sure.
I
Except for I think that's Florida State's better unit, defense.
Oh, it 1,000% is that.
So I'm okay with that matchup. I agree with your point. That's a very good point. But if you were going to tell me there's an experienced group, let it be the offense because I think Florida State has
can
experienced
mesh
group
that,
on
yeah.
defense. Yeah.
I agree with that. Defensively, they lost some pieces and they have to fill some pieces.
And they sucked last year.
And
Georgia
they were
Tech
not very
did.
good. And so maybe those pieces that come in help because I know they got a couple of guys in the portal.
They did.
But I don't me personally, and I've said this from Jump Street, I don't know that I trust DJU and the receivers on the edge to go make plays.
Yeah.
I just don't know that I do, unless they have some success in the run game and they can open up the play action deep ball. And if that's the case, then yeah, Florida State can kind of name their number in this game, I think.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, I think they're going to almost go chew the clock mode because first game of the year in Ireland, nobody wants to make the big mistake. Nobody wants to do anything crazy. So let's see who's going to just be the better team at what we want to do. And because I think they both have that same thought.
Yeah.
And so I love the under myself. I think it's like a 20-10, 17-7 type game. So I like the under. I don't think that I don't think that Florida State runs away with it just because I don't think they're going to have the opportunity to hit the big play.
I think there's a chance they do, and here's why. And again, this was last year. This is not this year. So they have addressed some needs, Tyler. But, for example, points per game last year, Georgia Tech defense, 30.8. That's good for 100 nationally.
Ooh.
Yards per game, 449 a game. That's good for 123 nationally.
Not great.
No. Opponents' points per play. So that's kind of an odd stat. I won't even get into that. Yards per they're 91st in that.
Right.
Yards per play. That's a big one. 118th in the country at 6.2 yards per play. 2 plays first down. Again, last year. Third down conversions. Teams are converting at 43% on third down. That's good for 103 nationally. Fourth down conversion, 82nd nationally, 56%. Opponent red zone scoring. So scores in the red zone. It's kind of a big deal. 79th nationally at almost 85%. So they better improve a good deal or it's not going to go great. What you want? I'll get you anything you want right now.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah. So Georgia Tech leaves a lot to be desired on defense. I think that they've addressed some of those needs in the portal, but we'll see how that works out in game 1.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Football's back. It's back.
I'm excited about football being back,
It's
too.
back.
I don't
really back.
Yeah.
We got Swanee on Friday, baby. Rivalry. They asked for the game. See you soon.
Can I
Let's
give
go.
my prediction for the score?
I do want to hear your prediction.
Which game?
Florida State.
Okay, yeah.
Florida
I'm
State,
not
Georgia Tech.
talking.
I don't do that.
I'm not talking Columbia.
No.
No Bradford. No Bradford in here.
38-17.
That's not the under.
Seminoles.
That's not in the under.
Actually, it is the under.
It's 49. I thought.
No, it's 55.5.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
38.
So 38-17 is still hitting the under.
Yeah.
Under. Check mark, boys. If it's 38-17, that still cashes the under. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here for that.
55. That's right at 55.
Yeah.
Under.
We can do
I
math.
don't-
He was a math teacher. Pretty quick at math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have the score at?
I don't know.
All right. Chris, what do you think?
24-17 Florida State.
Somewhere around there.
The 17 brothers right there.
Something around there.
I don't think Florida State can be explosive to get all the way to 38. But there is a chance. But there's a chance that they can.
Look what your sister said.
I love Sydney. I love Sydney.
Keep
She's
that-
great.
My sister comes into town tomorrow night. Keep the same energy. I'm coming over to Marty's house.
You know what she should do tomorrow night? Or, sorry, Friday night. Come to the Columbia High School football
I
game.
already told her. Her and my dad, they want to get on the sideline. I got you.
What about B. Hill? Is he coming?
I don't know. I don't think my boy's coming, but if he does,
man.
he's cool.
I just realized I can't be there.
Why?
My birthday celebration's on Friday at my parents' house.
Look at you having a birthday and stuff, man.
Your
Lame.
birthday was 3 days ago.
Yeah,
Happy
4 days ago.
birthday,
it
man.
was Saturday.
Yeah. It just hit me when you said that. I know your
It
birthday.
just
Your
hit me.
birthday is August 17th. I know that. Yeah.
It hit me when I said 17 brothers, and I was like, shoot, my birthday party's on Friday
Yeah.
night.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
My bad.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I'm so sorry. I didn't tell you that day.
That was the shout out. Missed it.
I
If
should have
know
told you
me,
that day.
I
Poor
do not
opportunity.
care about my birthday
No,
whatsoever.
I do know that, but
The only reason I wouldn't show up to my mom's house is because she's making lasagna.
ooh, solid.
So I
Yeah.
ate Nance's
Oh
lasagna.
yeah, no, you can't. Yeah,
Brian's,
right.
not coming. I don't appreciate that actually at all.
It's all right. Sydney's cool enough, except for the last
I agree.
comment.
Sydney is really cool, but
Blaze has it at 41-17 Florida State. 17 though.
Did Joey ever give a score?
No.
Joey.
Yeah.
Joey, give us a score.
21-17.
Oh, you can't go to my house. No, sir. I'm just kidding, man. You'd be welcome. Just fake it.
No, I wouldn't.
Thank you,
You
Mr.
know me.
Marty.
I would
appreciate
never.
it.
I would never openly root against Florida State in your house. That would never happen.
B Hill's right.
But you could have been over here, over at Christopher's. Me and Brian probably could have watched the game together.
Yeah,
we probably could have.
Oh yeah, y'all could have.
Yeah, I'm cooking some wings. You can still come, Brian. It's okay. Just come up for the day Saturday. It'll be a good time.
We
That's
good
it,
on Florida
man.
State?
I'm good on Florida
Is
State,
Clayton
man.
still here, so we have to talk about the Broncos?
It's
or no?
go Noles. It's go Noles. It's always go Noles.
Hey, while we're talking, because I know Clayton wants to hear it, Bo Nix was named the starter for Denver. He's looked pretty good in the preseason.
It's the preseason.
It is the preseason. Are you putting any money on him, or not actual money, but play money on him to be the offensive rookie of the year?
No.
No for me.
Okay.
Defensive rookie of the year? Jared Verse? Yes.
Who's your offensive rookie of the year?
I don't have one.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels.
It's a good situation for him.
I think it's a really good situation for him. I think they're at a good spot. Cliff Kingsbury, I think, is going to help him a lot. And I think he's athletic enough to make things happen.
I think Marvin Harrison Jr. has a shot too.
He's so reliant on other things. Receivers are hard for offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, but they're going to try to sling that thing, I think.
Maybe. Kyler Murray scares me. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Bo Nix. We all remember him at Auburn, right? Yeah, I don't think he got a fair shake at Auburn.
Travis really did come to my house and root for Clemson.
Did he really?
Oh, he did. Damn, did he?
Ooh.
We did the tortilla challenge. I about made a mess in your house, brother. We did the tortilla challenge. I slapped the fire out Kelsey with that tortilla. True story. That's true story. That's all true story. Sorry, I got sidetracked in the comments.
Caleb Williams, probably.
Is he a top 4 quarterback?
No.
Top 4 overall?
He's
Fancy.
got,
Top 4 fantasy?
Some people said that.
I think he has some growing pains.
he's going to have a shot.
I think they have so many weapons, and they've done
That's
such a good job of building around him
That's what I'm saying. He's
that
got a shot.
he'll be serviceable. But I don't think top 4 fantasy quarterback. I think Jaden Daniels scores more points than Caleb Williams fantasy wise.
You know who scores more than all of them?
Anthony Richardson, if healthy.
We're looking for
Brees
points
Hall.
per
Can
game.
Can we
Yes, we can
talk
redo the-
about that? No, can we
Oh.
talk about that?
What?
Did you see that they had a joint practice with Cincinnati yesterday?
No, I did not.
Okay, they had a joint practice with Cincinnati yesterday, and Cincinnati defenders, mid-play, were clowning that man. Talking about, tell him to throw the dang ball, bro. Does he know how to throw? Does he know how to use his right arm? All he does is use his legs. Tell him to throw the ball. Talking like they're talking out loud to where he can.
Don't bother me.
I read a Bengals beat reporter the whole article today, and I was like, oh my lord.
Don't bother me. Don't bother me one
It's
bit.
got to be a little bit scary.
None. Zero. Full confidence in AR.
Keon Coleman, Rookie of the Year. Is there a bigger homer than Blaze Neely?
I mean, the laughing face is sarcasm.
I think Keon Coleman has a chance.
I think he has a better chance than Bo Nix.
I think he has a better chance than Bo Nix.
I agree with that.
I do. I like Keon Coleman. Everybody knows that.
We will probably do a fantasy preview
Yeah.
show in the next
couple weeks.
2
We're deep
So-
into this show.
so-
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead. No. You're good. I was going to say something about Keon Coleman because he dropped a couple of balls the other day, and everybody was freaking out
I
about
don't
it.
think you should count on that.
Jamar Chase dropped a couple.
That's what everybody was like. Everybody said was, do y'all remember Jamar Chase? He couldn't catch anything in the preseason. He'll be fine.
I would
what do y'all
would
think
not
about
count
him?
on Keon Coleman dropping the ball.
What do y'all think about him sitting out? Jamar Chase.
I think he's done it the right way. Honestly, he's there. He's not holding out. He's sitting out. He's at every meeting.
There's a difference.
He's there.
That's the business side of it that people don't like.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if that shows up in college locker rooms.
Sooner rather than later.
I don't like it personally. I'm consistent with this opinion. I don't like
But
it.
there's some truth to that, though, Blaze. He has to have a little bit of I think he's top
Yeah,
2 to 3 to 4.
I'm a big Keon guy. So
I don't
go
know
all
why.
day.
I mean, Josh Allen's gonna throw the crap out of the ball this year. And
That's what he does.
Who's he gonna throw it to?
Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman.
Keon County, baby.
He's going to throw for 35 to 45, somewhere in the 35 to 4,500 yard range.
Closer to 45, in my opinion.
Probably. So those
Yeah.
numbers have to go somewhere.
I'll say.
I do think Khalil
I'll say
Shakir
Keon Coleman gets at least 1,000. I bet he gets 1,000.
probably about 1,000.
About 1,000. I'm for real though. I bet he gets 1,000 this year.
78 catches, 76 catches. 76 catches, 1,107 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
7 touchdowns.
Okay. If he does that,
I'm
he's
high on
got to
Keon
be close to
Coleman.
rookie of the year.
I'm legit.
Yeah.
I'm legit high on Keon Coleman. Like I'm giving away my draft strategy here, but I'm high on Keon Coleman.
I'm not in a league with you, so you're good.
Yeah, you love that.
I love that.
Yeah. Anything else we need to talk about?
Nah.
Nothing. We good? Man, it felt good to be back.
It did, man. It does.
I love it. All right, sitters. That's going to be it for tonight. This has been Tyler Roth along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez, and we are Front Porch Sitting. Catch you next time, sitters.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. There they are.
Lasers for